and welcome to the program Talk Sports on Global Television. I am Samuel Odi. Many thanks for joining. It's been a whole lot of an interesting weekend, a whole lot of things happening both locally and internationally in the sports scene. But we'll be starting as always from the home scene, where the Nigerian first team secures 40 million naira worth of equipment in line with the preparation for the EP World Cup. Yes. So the Nigerian Fencing Federation has confirmed the donation of 5 aluminium fencing pets to the body by some fencing enthusiasts and a US-based fencing equipment manufacturer ahead of the 2024 Men's Junior EP World Cup, which will be hosted by the country in December. Nigeria is recognized as a leading fencing nation in sub-Saharan Africa and has been granted the hosting rights of the tournament. The event is sanctioned by Switzerland-based International Fencing Federation. Absolute Fencing, a leading fencing equipment manufacturer based in the US, has donated 5 aluminium fencing pets, each measuring at 1.5 meters and 17 meters, valued at 40 million naira each. Nigerian Fencing Federation said in a statement. President of the Absolute Fencing, Gray Liu, stated that the donation was inspired by Nigerians' progress in the sports. So, as much as a whole lot of things are coming up, and then we're seeing a whole lot of participation in the grassroots angle of sport development in Nigeria, this has led to the extent that the Fencing Federation is looking to host other parts of the country in Nigeria here in December for the EP fencing championship, which is the junior main fencing championship for the year 2024. On that note, we are seeing recent developments, and we are hoping with this equipment being donated, the athletes and those in charge that have made it through the qualifying stages would be able to find themselves ready and fit to be able to compete and then make Nigerian proud. At least, come out as champions, given the fact that we are champions and we are hosting, so we should be having an edge ahead of our counterparts that are becoming. So let's get into work. For those in charge, the body and the presidents, every athlete that is in line for that preparation or in line for the World Cup competition to just get fit, get ready, given the fact that we have equipment now, and then it's coming a little bit earlier than usual, 3 months, so we have time now, so we wouldn't be having the same issue that we always have in line with, yes, lack of poor preparation is the main reason why they didn't get to perform or get medals, or like we witnessed during the 2024 Olympics, Paris Olympics, which was nothing really to write home about. But moving on, we are hoping to see development and to see changes, given the fact that equipments are being donated already way long before the set date of the World Cup competition. So we are hoping to see a whole lot of performance and then athletes getting ready and then making us all proud. So moving on, we'll be talking about Victor Osimhen. Gala boss revealed that the plan to keep Osimhen in Galatasaray and are marking our plans. Galatasaray are marking our plans to sign Victor Osimhen on a permanent basis, contrary to the reports that the Napoli loanee could leave the club during the winter transfer window. Their deputy chairman Ibrahim Hatsupokolo have stated and ruled out that the exit in the winter, adding that the plans are under to keep him beyond this season. The Turkish outlet claimed that they are maintaining the striker, and the striker is happy at the club, and he said Osimhen leaving in January is out of the question. Now, PSG, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, a whole lot of these teams have actually been on the neck and then trying to get to sign Victor Osimhen. Everybody is battling for his signature. Fast forward, all through the transfer window passed, nothing really happened, and then fast forward now, Victor Osimhen is doing what he does best, banging goals in Turkey, in Galatasaray. Now, the owners now of this club are saying, Oga, you know they go anywhere. Meaning Victor Osimhen, you are not going anywhere. They want to have him remain. Now the question is Victor Osimhen really happy, and would he want to continue his career in the Turkish league with Galatasaray? Looking at how he performs, we all know how strong and physical Victor Osimhen is when he comes to play, and how passionate he is about football. He has been scoring goals and then now interacting with the fans. He's a people's man, and then now fans are beginning to sing his praise in the stadium. What the future holds, looking at the fact that Chelsea are saying they still want to have Victor Osimhen signed come the winter, that is in January, in the January transfer window. Victor Osimhen also have a thing for Chelsea. Now it boils down to this fact: the rules that have been set aside by UEFA, FIFA, body about the clause of payment. You know, it has been argued that the reason why Chelsea didn't get to sign Victor Osimhen during the past transfer window is because of the clause, and they don't want to go against the rules that have been set by FIFA and UEFA, so as they won't be sanctioned or have points deducted from them. But talking about Chelsea now, Chelsea are still looking about signing Victor Osimhen in the winter. So will that happen? Will Victor Osimhen leave Galatasaray? Looking at the fact that Galatasaray now, the bosses, everybody is happy with him, and they are saying they are not letting him go. So now the ball still boils down, it still falls in the court of Victor Osimhen for us to see if he's going to remain or he's going to move to England, where he has always wanted to play. But for me, as a Chelsea fan, obviously you all know where my take is on this matter. Still moving on, talking local, but we're talking about investments, and one of the richest man in this part of the world. Fans have, you know, kicked back at the statement by Alhaji Dangote, who says he wants to buy Arsenal, he wants to invest in Arsenal. But fans now have to come out and they have something else to say. Fans to Dangote invest in Nigerian Professional Football League, not Arsenal. Football League, not Arsenal. So a whole lot of Arsenal fans might be smiling at when they heard the response that he's interested in getting Arsenal, or some persons now at this point would be like, what's going on at this point? Now, football enthusiasts have taken onto social media to urge the president and the chief executive officer of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, to invest in Nigerian Professional Football League, and this is against the backdrop of the billionaire business mogul regretting not buying the English Premier giant. Arsenal, when his interest lies, is owning a football club. In a conversation he had in New York, Dangote explained that he missed out on buying Arsenal when the club were valued at about $2 billion, but instead committed his resources to the refinery project in Nigeria. The Kano-born had in 2020 made known his intention to buy the North London club after his refinery project, but has now shelved the ambition to take over at the Emirates Stadium. Now, a whole lot of controversies, a whole lot of talks are going on around this statement made by Aliko Dangote. This has been new, that he is an Arsenal fan, he loves Arsenal, and he wants to own the team. That's what people who have money do. When they want something and they like it, they just splash billions of dollars on it. But now, let's come back home. Looking at Nigerian Professional Football League now, if a whopping sum of 2 billion naira gets, okay, $2 billion gets invested into Nigerian Professional League, would we be at the same level with La Liga, Europa, the Copa America, or even the EPL? These are questions that I've been asked. I think it boils down to the fact that if we have stakeholders who would invest more in our sports locally, I think Nigerian Professional League would advance to that certain level where people from overseas will want to come down to Nigeria to play football, and not just Nigerians wanting to go to Europe to play. So I would say, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, just consider, even if not splashing the whole $2 billion on Nigerian Professional League, please splash $1 billion into Nigerian Professional League, so that we can be able to have more things, and then our grassroots, and then the football scene in Nigeria, the sporting activities in Nigeria will revamp, and then it will get to a level that we all would want, and then foreigners will also want to come back and invest more as long as investing to helping the match and then games and the league, the face of the league itself, compete with the biggest in the world. Moving on, before we get out of the local scene, let's say hello to our neighboring country, Libya, who have appointed new coach ahead of the Nigerian clash. The Libyan Football Federation is not leaving anything to chance ahead of the 2025 African qualifying double header against Nigeria, and has been appointed its former assistant coach Nasser Al-Harida to take over the affairs of the national team. Al-Harida succeeds Serbian technician Mutina Saldovic, who was dismissed following the team's poor start to the qualifying series earlier this month. President of the Libyan Football Federation Abdul Hakim Al-Shamin says the LFF had already concluded its agreement on everything with the national coach Al-Haril to take over the training of the Libyan national team, as the new coach has great experience at the technical level and previously held the position of assistant coach with the Spaniard Joven Clement in the Libyan national team in 2014. According to the Libyan publication Libyan Observer, Al-Haril will be assisted by Abu Bakr Al-Hakad, while Misbaka Shabgava will be the goalkeeper trainer. So, of course, you have to brace up when you're going to face the Super Eagles, but are you sure this man is up to the task? Well, given the fact that the reports that we're reaching out saying that he has experience as an assistant technician, so this now can give him an added advantage. But facing the Super Eagles, yes, we are the giants of Africa, we are champions of Africa, so now it takes more than just a new coach to be able to get the job done when he has to deal with the Super Eagles. Looking at the Super Eagles now, there's a whole lot going on, but now it's seeming that the Super Eagles are beginning to find their feet, and they're hoping to see that in the next couple of games that will be played, despite of the results that we got last time, a draw, which was not what we expected, but we expected to see how we can win the remaining matches so we can be able to qualify. The next 4 matches are very, very crucial, and we need a must win, not even a draw. So Austin Eguavoen and co. Know the style, know the tactics, know the formation, whatever you need to do to win those matches, win those matches. Before we continue, we'll be going on a quick break, and then at the point of introducing my guest, who is joining me live in the studio as we extray grassroots basketball here in the Federal Capital Territory of Abuja. Please stay with us, we'll be right back. Many thanks for staying with us. If you're just joining, this is Talk Sports on Global Television. I am Samuel Odi. So we've been looking at different angles where Dangote is wanting to buy Arsenal, and I have live with me in the studio Coach Lawal Daddy. He's a coach of a grassroots basketball teams here in Abuja, and he has led some teams to victory. Good morning, Coach Lawal, for joining.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us on this time. And let me get your reaction to Dangote wanting to buy Arsenal. Let's talk football before we get into basketball. Dangote wanting to buy Arsenal. What's your reaction to that?
You know, it's terrible when I hear such thing. We actually have people that can make Nigeria be better than any country in the world.
Okay.
You know, it's very, very annoying. Very annoying. I'm serious. You know, but it's a good thing for him.
As an investment wise.
But for Nigeria, that's a whole lot. If you invest, it's the same round leather object that we play here, that they're playing there. Let me give you an example of something. Something happened in, I think, 2011 in basketball. And that was the turnaround for basketball. Either 2010, 2011.
In Nigeria.
In Nigeria, something happened in basketball. Nobody wanted to go close to basketball. Even a pure water company doesn't want to even put their money in basketball. But something, a turnaround came. The then president, Alhaji Tijani Umar, he suffered to raise basketball.
The NBBF president.
The NBBF president then. He suffered to raise basketball, and the legacy he left is still going on till today. If you see all these girls that have gone through the Olympics, World Cup, and all those things that you see Nigeria collecting medals, the female team, and that is the work of the former NBBF. That is what they've laid. Let me tell you what happened. Kwesi came to Nigeria basketball, and Kwesi actually signed up with Nigeria basketball. That was what Alhaji Tijani Umar, former NBBF president, did. And he signed up with Kwesi. And did you know what happened? Basketball turned around. You see the young ones on the street, they started leaving the street. The boys, the girls, I'm sorry, I want to use this word, I'm so sorry. The girls doing prostitution started leaving the street. The boys on the street under the bridge, they started living under the bridge. Should I tell you what happened?
What happened?
People started coming from America, from China, from different places to come back to play in home-based league.
That's because of the involvement.
Yes, because you know what? People started getting well paid for their job done. Let me tell you, before then, nobody wanted to put a kobo in basketball. And there was no proper structure. This man suffered and brought everything. A player then, that's the lowest player, when I mean the lowest player, the backbenchers, not even the benchers, the backbenchers, the lowest paid is collecting 75,000 naira.
As at far back 2019.
Imagine then, 75,000. You're not even playing. You're just like a prospect.
Just sitting on the bench.
Yes, you're not sitting on the bench. You're like a prospect. You're not even sitting on the bench. You're a prospect. In case maybe there's injury or something, they can just, Now this person is collecting 75,000 naira. Now, why other? I know good players like Indabu, Abdul Yaya. Indabu got married to over. The first wife, it was through basketball. Second wife, third wife, he married 3 women. No, I'm so serious. This is very, very serious. Sorry, let me just round up. Now, what am I saying is, money came into basketball. Boys playing basketball, from playing basketball, they are buying cars, they are getting married, they are buying houses. Why? Because the finance came. Let me tell you, the first time any sport will give football run in this country is basketball. Because basketball, the prize money for basketball became 20 million. Second prize, 15 million. Third, 10 million. And even fourth prize was 5 million. And every team that represented or that came for the championship got a subsidy of 5 million. And even at the final 8, they still got another, I think, 6 or 8 million for subsidy. So why won't you play?
Why won't you play? That's a very good question.
Why won't you play? You want to play your heart out.
So looking at that now, that basically it all boils down to the fact that we need more stakeholders to invest more in what's happening locally and not just leaving it to the government alone. So let's move on and then get into Europe, where Fabregas has taken a job as a coach in Como, and then getting his first Serie A win in the last 2 decades against Atalanta. That's good. That's a very, very good start for him. In a historic match at the Greenwich Stadium, Cesc Fabregas Como triumphed over Atalanta 3-2, making their first Serie A victory over 2 decades. The game showcased Comon's resilience and attacking prowess with 3 goals scored in a thrilling 12-minute span that turned the tide against the formidable Atalanta side. It feels amazing rather to lead the team to such a historic victory, Fabregas remarked after the match last night. Reflecting on the win's significance for the club, Fabregas was confirmed in July 2024 as Common coach ahead of the first Serie A season in 21 years. The former Spain midfielder was assistant to Oceano Roberto as Common won the automatic promotion to the top flight last season. So Common has actually been out for over 2 decades. They've not been in the Serie A, given the fact that they're still an Italian club. But now with Cesc Fabregas, who has been a very great champion, he has played literally everywhere. He played in Chelsea, he played in Arsenal, he played in Real Madrid, he played in Barcelona rather, and then he won championships. He has experience. And what is your reaction? I'm sure you love basketball more, but I know you're also into football. So what's your take to Cesc Fabregas getting this kind of win from a standpoint of a coach that's led a team that has not won a match in the last 2 decades?
I'll tell you, that's a historical thing. First, it's a historical thing. Winning is not just the end point. He winning, you should understand, that's where the work starts. For me as a coach, that's where the work starts. So when you win, that's when you start working, because the players, they must see such for some time. So at this point, there's a kind of attitude that comes into the players of winning. Not all the players, some of the players. So you need to push them and let them understand, hey guys, this is just a win. We have more to go. So it means more work. The best time to work is when you win.
Atlanta have been great. They were champions. We have one of our great strikers, Ademola Lookman, who is also playing in Atlanta, who actually scored hat-trick and also is a Ballon d'Or boy, because he's listed as one of the nominees for the best FIFA footballer of the year. That is the MVP, like they'll call it in basketball, but football said he's best player in the world. And again, looking at him also to emerge as the African player of the year. So his name has been ranging and has been on the list, despite the fact that Common came from behind and then won. What does this tell? Do you think Atlanta, we are looking down on them and saying, we are home, this is just going to be easy for us?
There's a mindset from Atlanta from when they knew that this is the people we were going to play. They underrated them. They underrated them, and they were not expecting that. I will always say this to players, to people that really want to learn. I have so many people under me that want to learn. Now, this Fabregas team is actually a wounded lion. And a wounded lion has nothing
to fear.
They will come all the way, and they are going to get it.
So that's okay, the report. But let's take one more football story before we dive into basketball fully for the next quarter of an hour. Chelsea, a lot of persons are not happy, but I am happy. Yes, a lot of persons tend to jubilate when they see Chelsea fans sad, but God persona. Chelsea won last night, yes. Chelsea won 5-0 last night. And Christopher Nkunku netted a hat-trick, yes. Listen, as a B team, yes, the B team actually, now we don't have to even stress. Now Chelsea has an A team and a B team. Yes, to the glory of God. As the B team goes, this was hardly a bargain branch of blue backups named by Enzo Marescas. Even it involved Chelsea's head coach making 11 change for the Visit League 2 Barrow. It was a side that cost Chelsea 415.8 million euros to assemble, and naturally that superiority showed on a night where Christopher Nkunku helped himself with a hat-trick at Stamford Bridge. Nkunku cost 52 million euros when signed by Chelsea. There are other starting attackers, including 89 million pounds Mikolo Modric, and 54 million pounds Pedro Neto, and 46.3 million Joao Felix, and that was before getting to the substitute bench of 50 million pounds left back Ben Chilwell. Yes, Ben Chilwell is back, being brought on for his first minutes of the season after a summer in which he was put up for sale to no avail. Yes, so Chelsea have last season, 2 seasons ago, Chelsea finished at number on the Premier League log as number 12. Then coming back just the past season, we finished off at number 11, and then a whole lot of persons were laughing, people like Manchester United fans, and then I know how well I got dragged for the fact that Chelsea was not doing so well. But now, on the brighter note, some persons that started the season on the top of the Premier League table are now number, I think 11 or 12 thereabouts, and now Chelsea, who started off from behind, it's now number 4 on the Premier League log table. So we're struggling. Chelsea have found their feet, but with this 5-0 win from Chelsea last night, Coach Lawal, do you think Chelsea is at the place where they are supposed to be, or they still have more work to do?
They're not yet, but it's a way to go.
Okay.
They're not yet. It's a way to go. Scoring that 5-0 actually is going to boost their morale, and that can, if the coach can easily understand what happened there, it will give him a head on to understand most of the players, their role, what they can do individually in the team, how they can help the team to grow and get better. And our advice, the Chelsea coach or manager,
Enzo Marescas,
or the managing crew of Chelsea should also be smart, not buying about 22 players on loan that matters. You know, what matters is getting the key players to get the job done. This is a league that we're talking about, like a professional league.
Yes.
So nobody's coming there to give you a chance to come just beat them.
Yes.
So get the best hands that you need. I went into a championship that I came from Enugu. I think you know about the championship.
Yes, I don't know about the championship.
Now I went to Enugu. I didn't go with all the best players that
I was supposed to go on that trip.
Okay. Now this is what happened. I just got the right hands. I'm supposed to select 15 players. Now I looked at the 20-something players I got. I said no, I am going with 8 players. At the end of the day, I went with 9 players instead of 12 players.
Yes.
And I went with 12 players that can give me what I want. It's all work, and when we got there, we got the job done, well done and executed. Yeah,
so that means boils down to Chelsea coach Enzo Marescas. You still have more work to do. For me, as a Chelsea fan, I'm excited for we've had a 4 straight back-to-back wins. We've played this season. Chelsea have played a total of 6 matches, lost 1, draw 1, and then won 4. So which is actually a good result, and then we are hoping that it just gets better. It gets better because there are a whole lot of persons that are praying that Chelsea doesn't go far. But Chelsea is beginning to find their acts together. But let's move away from that as we get into the conversation of talking basketball. Now, earlier you made mention of the impact of the former MBBBF president and how he revamped basketball, grassroots basketball, and all of that led to the impact and then the growth that we are witnessing now. Looking at the Olympics, our ladies did excellently well.
True.
They did excellently well, and then the coach emerged as the best coach, which is superb, right?
True.
Now, looking at those angles, now, how key is it going to be that coaches and then families get their kids involved in basketball from a very young age?
Okay, first I'm going to talk about the parents.
Okay.
Parenting is a very big key, big role, but we're losing it fast in Nigeria. Most of our young girls, our men don't want to actually parent kids right now. I have lots of kids in my academy that I'm dealing with, and you notice that so many of these kids have issues. You know, what I always tell people of my age, people as in beneath my age or above my age, I tell them it's not about pregnanting a lady. I'm so sorry to use that word, maybe if it's not allowed, but it's not all about pregnanting a lady.
It's about what then?
It's about the family. It's not about the girl, it's not about you, the man. It's about the family. If you have a kid and you cannot train this kid properly, it's a big problem. That kid is going to cause chaos in the society.
So that's why it's good to get them involved in sporting activities.
Yes. Now the sport that you see, especially basketball, I know more about basketball. I've played football to the biggest level before, but let me talk basketball. I'm a national grassroots coach.
Yes.
You know, now basketball is a big thing that helps the psychology of every kid.
Okay.
It helps their psycho. If you can see, like in my academy, it grows their mental ability. Even not just on sports, in school, it helps your health. There are so many kids, both male and female, that have detected what was wrong with them, health-wise, on the court. And I'll call their parent, I'll say, see, this kid needed to be tested. And when they do that, something will surely surface. And the parent will start like, are you using something? I say, no. It's because this is my field. I understand it very well. It's my terrain. Now, if these kids are catered for, especially in Nigeria, we don't cater for young ones. So we don't cater for young ones. People like Ali Kodangote have a lot to do. I'm so sorry. Let me just take this time out to tell you that if the Nigerian government really understand what the potential they have in this country.
That's in the grassroots now.
Oh my God. Did you know I walk on the street, I see a lot of talents on the streets.
Yes.
Both boys, girls, and etc.
So what can be done now to have most of these talents now? You know, are there workshops that are being set? Like you now from your own end, what are you doing to improve this? Because obviously the government have obviously a whole lot on their plates, and then the sports minister, Senator John Enoch, is also doing what he can. So how key is it that, you know, individuals contribute their own quota to see to the development of grassroots, you know, sports and basketball? And then I saw, you know, in the clip we saw age groups. You know, what age groups are those?
I have the minis. I have the JUCOs.
The minis now. What age? From what age to what age?
From age 4 to 10.
Okay.
I have them, minis. Why is it age 4 to 10? Most of the other young 1, 2, 3, no, they are not strong enough.
Yes.
But age 4, some of them can, you know, can come in when you start training them young. Now to 10. Now the JUCOs from age 10 to 14.
Okay.
Then elites.
Okay.
I have boys, I have girls.
I know that.
Then again is these kids have a lot in them, and if the economy want to help, there's a big way they can help. Okay. You know, we have, like in Russia, we have companies that are running the country. You understand? Yeah. They take, they are using the country's resources, they work in the country, they make money from the country. Now, what are they giving back to the society? You understand? What is their function to the society? Like in Russia, most of those companies are committed to, okay, you sponsor this, you sponsor this, you sponsor this, you do this, you do this. Our government should, or our leaders should stop thinking of what will go into their pocket. Because no matter how much they have, they will die and leave it. I'm so sorry to say. Today I'll talk about Abacha. Sorry. Today I'll talk about Abacha. Abacha, if money were to save human being, yes, Abacha wouldn't have died.
Well, we'll get into that conversation another time. But now let's just focus more on the matter at hand, which is have to do with, you know, development of grassroots basketball in Nigeria. So there are different what's it called now? There are different competitions that have been coming up, and what can be done now for scouting of young players for the next generation, that is the Tigers and the Tigress? Because in a couple of years now, the stars that we have on our teams now will start, retiring. How key is it that they start getting out persons, at this early age?
Okay, that brings me to the beginning, where I talked about the former administration. The former administration,
that is the administration of Tijani Umar. Yes.
He set a program for a whole lot. First, there are camps run throughout Federation. There's this championship we call Division 2, Division 1, the Nigeria Premier League, that's in basketball. Now, if you are playing the Division 2, the two first and second
yes,
qualify into the Division 1
automatically. Okay.
Do you understand? Now, other people that are not in the Premier, in the Division 2, now comes up to fill in.
Yes.
Now, the people in the Division 1, the first top two qualified into the Premier League.
Yes.
Now, you can see
the
transition.
Yes.
Now, the people that qualify into the Premier League, they're there. Why the two bottom in the Premier League
drops back to Division 1. Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So you have to go do better for you to come up to the Premier League. If you're not of standard, stay there.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And we have people that were sponsoring this because something was on it. Do you understand? That was where the lives of Ezinne Kalu is not a player that just come up.
True.
It was founded by Tijani Umar's administration. Murja Anatu, I could remember I was the team manager for Kaduna. My boss is the chairman in Kaduna State, and we founded Murja. Murja now is playing in France. She has been signed in France. Now this is what I'm talking about. Palace, Kuyambana, a whole lot of them.
Yes.
You understand? They played in Nigeria.
But how key is it now that the Nigerian Basketball Federation now gets most of these players now represent Nigeria? Because at some point, given the fact that most of the times these players don't get recognized early enough, and then they can maybe gain admission abroad and then start playing basketball and then get recognized and get signed, we end up losing them to other countries. Because I could tell during the Olympics a whole lot of Nigerian names were busy representing other countries and then winning gold medals. So aside that, now how key is it going to be that the Nigerian Basketball Federation would pay more attention into getting these athletes come represent Nigeria when it's time for them to represent in any given competition?
First, I thank you for the question. First, I would like to tell you, for you to be able to achieve what you just asked, is stop thinking about yourself. That's personal interest.
That means you need someone that would come in to serve.
Yes.
The selfless person.
What I'm doing with my academy, I use my money. I use my own money to finance the academy.
Okay.
Do you understand? Both boys, girls. Okay. I was here in the studio and one of my girls was talking to me. She's schooling in Calabar. University of Abuja gave like 12 of my players scholarship. Nasarawa on scholarship, some of my kids, and etc. I just came back from Next in Line Africa. We were sponsored by the US Embassy. The US Embassy actually have a target. They are really out to help us because they saw that we're not after the money. So we could barely do much. It's just little that I can do. The government is not paying me 1 naira. I'm doing everything from my pocket. So what I'm doing, I'm using basketball as a tool to take kids away from the street. Sir, again, is the finance that is given to MBBF should be channeled into what
it's supposed
to be used for. You understand? Before the Tijani Umar administration get over, the government is not giving MBBF money, but now there's money. Yes, there's an allocation to MBBF. So how? And again, even the Zenith League, like the Zenith League money, where did it go to?
That's a good question.
Zenith Bank gave about 100 and something million. Where is the money?
Okay.
And a player, sorry to cut you short. Something happened at the final 2022 or 2021, something like that. At the final, gifts were supposed to be presented to the finalists. Did you know what? some of them, like Murijana too.
Yeah.
Murija got iPod, pouch for an iPad.
Instead of an iPad.
Instead of an iPad. Pouch for an iPad instead of an iPad. Now, they all went and they were checked. Pouch? Like, it was shocking.
Having a pouch without having an iPad.
And you finish playing the league, excuse me sir,
yes.
You finish playing the league, what becomes of you? Will I finish playing league, then I come back home, then I'll start telling you, okay, I beg you 100 naira. Like, what stop? You are supposed to bring things for your mom, for your dad, and every other person. Because they are looking at you, they see you playing the league, they see you in the screen, you know, and you can't feed your family.
Yes. Well, as we wrap up, let's the Basketball Federation is actually a whole lot, and there's been a whole lot of crisis going on within that federation, and we are hoping that the Minister of Sport would take note and then pay attention and then see. This Zenith League just concluded a few months, or rather a few weeks ago, but all of this incident is actually happening, but we're sure the Minister of Sport is on it. Well, before we wrap up, let's talk a little bit of boxing. Given the fact that Anthony Joshua lost his fight, and again, questions are being asked. You lost the fight, and then you're earning more than the person that won the fight. Now they're asking questions. Do you think, let me ask you this question, do you think Anthony Joshua should just retire? Because it seems to have saved from the last couple of fights, aside the one with Francis Ngannou, from the last couple of fights that he keeps losing, he ends up making more money than his opponents who won the fight. Do you think Anthony Joshua is just fighting for money now, or he's just not ready to take it to the next level?
It depends on his person.
Okay.
This now boils down to the kind of person that you are. Some people are business mindset. Some people apart from the business, they think about their reputation. So if he wants his reputation, then he should wake up to the reality.
And then
but if you want business, lose more
and make more
money.
At the end of the day, like you rightly said, you can't be on the screen and you cannot take money home to your family. So if Anthony Joshua decides that, okay, I want to always be on the screen and then get myself knocked out to make £6 million for a fight, and then my opponents will make £3.5 million, I think I'll take £6 million if I were in his shoes. I'd rather get knocked out and then take money home than win and not take money home. Thank you so much, Coach Lawal Daddy, for joining us on today's edition of Talk Sport. That's how much time will permit us to take on today's edition of Talk Sport. We'll see you again tomorrow as we x-ray every other angle of sports, locally, internationally, ranging from football, basketball, and as well as table tennis. I am Samuel Odi. I'll see you again tomorrow. Au revoir.